What's up guys, Sean here from QuazTech. So this is a very special video. This is a thank you video to Asus because actually won the Asus 30th anniversary competition. So for those who haven't seen my story, it was about my ROG, a motherboard, and basically hardware collection that started way back in 2014. If you haven't seen that video, I'll put a link in the video description below so you can go check it out. But yeah, it was basically just sharing my story. You know, I never really intended to win this competition. It was just, I just love sharing my story because it is just such a small little idea that just exploded into the collection that I have today. Unfortunately, I still don't have the space to display all my collection. It's all sitting in boxes at the current time, but I am working on that. So once it's all done, I'll do a follow-up video of my collection in its entirety because when it's all out of the boxes, it is actually quite impressive. I'm still taken back by it every time I see my collection. But to the actual prize, this was absolutely unexpected. I got the email when I was at work one day and literally nearly ran off the road. I couldn't believe the fact that I had won this competition. It's a Peter Brands build. It was kept totally secret. No one knew the specs. I even tried to get the specs out of Peter Brands and he wouldn't tell me. So to actually get the build and see it for the first time, as you can see, these are some of the parts that are actually in the build. It was absolutely, I look at the build now and I'm still sort of taken back by it. Unfortunately, I haven't had a lot of time to actually use it because I've been away. I was in New Zealand. You know, I've been working away and I didn't get the build to the end of September because it went to a trade show actually over in Germany. So it's done a lot of Ks. It got here now. It runs perfectly fine. Just in time for an Australian summer, so we'll really see how hot that 9980XE gets when I've got an ambient temperature of about 40, 42 degrees. So it's going to be a good test to Peter Brand's cooling solution, so we'll see how that goes. But I honestly can't thank Asus enough for this. It is, yeah, honestly speechless, even to this day. So thank to all the vendors who sponsored the build, especially Cooler Master. They put a lot into it. Cable Mod, Asus especially, EK for doing the custom water blocks on this build, and we'll do some B-roll of that soon, so you can actually see the level of detail that's gone into this build. It's quite phenomenal. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about the build. I'll get the build up here. We'll run through it. We'll do some nice, slow, sexy B-roll shots of the build, so you guys can enjoy it in its entirety. So as you can see, the build is massive. It is a Cooler Master SL600M case, and it's kind of strange, the case, the way it's laid out with the power supply up here and with the whole chimney effect thing. They've sort of This area here is sort of a big sort of void. It doesn't actually allow a lot of space once you start doing custom water cooling in it, but Peter's done an amazing job to jam what he has in here. I've been doing temperature testing and it's been 100% fine in terms of temperatures. Like I said, I'm coming into an Australian summer. Where I live, I see 40, 45 degrees, so it's gonna be interesting to see how that 9980XE performs, especially when I overclock it. We're running through the specs of the build. It's running a Core i9 9980XE, running an X299 Prime Edition 30, so that's the anniversary board from Asus. Really, really pretty board. It's just a shame that I can't see it, but yeah, a really amazing board. It's running 32 gigs of G.Skill Royal, Trident Z Royal, I should say. 3600 CL16, Strix 2080 Ti, custom EK water blocks, both on the GPU and the CPU, running all EK water cooling parts. We've got two 360mm rads with Cooler Master 360mm fan setups on both top and bottom, D5 pump and res up there. When all the LEDs are set to white, it just sets off the case and everything just looks really sleek, elegant, professional, and it's just an amazing build. I love looking at it. So again, massive thank you to Asus for this, massive thank you to Peter, and a massive thank you to all the vendors who sponsored this project slash competition. I don't think I can say thank you enough for this. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, because I've got a lot more content coming in 2020. I should have my space built by then, so then I can pump out a lot more content. But thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video.